Hello. We're getting down to part 2, and if I'm honest with you, I don't know how you guys sat through part 1. I tried to watch it back today, and it was a struggle for me. Possibly because, I don't know, it was slow. Why did it take that long? Maybe it's because it's 5 figures all back to back, and I didn't split it up into individual videos. I don't know, but it was painful for me, so I don't know how you guys do it. So thank you if you stuck it out to the end and got your little praise and whatnot. So I've got these 5. These 2 are easier to do from the vehicle mode. That one's an awkward in between. This one you can do from robot mode. That one you can do from robot mode. So they're basically ready for the combination. Okay? So I suppose we should start from the legs up, which I think is fair. Should we start from the legs up? No, we'll do strafe. We'll do strafe first because, frankly, it's the easiest thing in the world. So what we got to do for strafe, because he makes the lower body, the waist, so crotch area, and the upper legs. So if you go, legs are here, and there's something there. You can start seeing the shape of it, can't you? That's what he is. So to do that, what we've got to do is make sure these are untabbed, so that the legs are able to move to the sides if you so choose for articulation. Fold these bits up onto the back out of the way. Up onto the back, out of the way. Fold the wings back. And then, and this is something I didn't realise you could do when I first started messing with him. It's something I was like, there's a line there. What's that line for? Yeah. For the individual robot mode, you've got to get it all the way from back here. Come on. Don't fight with me now. Just because you're on camera. Individual robot mode, you split it all the way from there. But for the combined robot mode, you do it from down here, and that leaves these as sort of like hip skirts. That's really clever. So you fold this through onto the back. Then we need to get the head on its double hinge. And just bring it all the way to the back and leave it like that. We can tidy it up later. It's fine. So we've got it like that. We've got the upper legs. And then we need to get these engines and just fold them over. They just little hole for a tab that's on the back here. So you just do that. And that's him ready. It's really simple, but it's going to work. And I'll show you how far it works. I believe this is the right leg. So we'll do this one now. And I've done one slight pre-transformation part for this, and it's simply because it's difficult to do without half transforming him back. Nice. I've got this piece. Look, this piece loose. What this piece does is it just folds up in there, and all you gotta do is fold it out. But to get it out, you basically have to split the robot mode legs and stuff to pre-move it. So I thought instead of messing around, I've just got it a bit loose. If that's cheating, it's cheating. Whatever. I didn't fold down little wheels, did I? Whatever. So now all we've got to do is bring up this yellow piece, split the drill, put that one to the front, bring this one around and just put it back. Come on, put it back as it goes for robot mode. And you can choose to have these out or in. It doesn't seem to matter. We'll go for in, for argument's sake. Fold that one down to cover up the gap. And that's a leg. Come on. That's a leg. That's it. That's all you got to do for him. And we'll do that once we get the other leg done, which is the man lying down on the job, Afterburner. This is getting cluttered. You guys go over here for a bit. Just get out of the way. Right. Now, technically, his transformation is basically just back in his motorbike mode, but there's a lot of fiddling, so I thought it'd be easier to just do it from the robot mode. So we're going to... It's not even worth pegging the legs together, is it? I'm trying to remember the best way of doing this, because I know how to do it. I just fight with him until it works, and I want to do it a bit nicer for you guys. So we're going to do the robot mode arms back to the motorbike mode, but we're not going to quite finish it. We're not going to close it up and stuff. So what we need to do is rotate them up over the top, fold down this piece. We need to get that out of the way, the sort of spiny bit. Fold that exhaust bit down again, then rotate it so the T shape, see that there? Can you see that? That T shape goes into that slot. Raise it down, and it goes in. There you go. So fold this down, rotate this over the top. It goes in, sorted. Now, very similar to this connection here, this bit there, that's what this is. And that's basically just going to stick out the front where the motorbike tyre was, which is that. So that's all done. The awkward bit comes with dealing with this and dealing with the head. That's where all the awkwardness comes in. And within reason, we should be able to, well, we need to fold this up, and then we should be able to close these. There we go. Okay, all right. And this is where it gets really, really weird, because I don't know if this is the way you're supposed to do, but it's the best thing I can find. Basically, we need to open this chest piece up again, which is easier if I hadn't closed all the back bit up. But you can still do it. And how can you do it? By opening up the head. I'll show you that properly in a minute. Let me just close this. Close it again. See that thing at the top of the head there? That's a double hinge. So you can open up the head. Why's my dog whimpering? 1 second. Charlie, come on. Yeah. Sorry about that, everybody. I had a delivery from Yodel the other day, and the guy broke my back gate to deliver it instead of, taking it away and delivering it another day. And I've just gone to check, and my whole side gate has collapsed. So that's going to be fun. Anyway, we're going to bring it down on the neck joint, not the ball joint. Bring it down, turn it around, and just try and shove it as flat in this gap as we can. And then just sort of try and cover it up with that panel. It's the best I can come up with, sorry. And now for this bit, what we want to do is, you see this gap here? See that? We want to get it onto that little tab there, that little notch, and the one there. So we're going to fold these back up like they're going towards the vehicle mode, like this. And now there's a massive fly, hooray! And just try and line it up with that, and try and pinch it closed. There we go. Okay, so that's all now pinched in. Nice. Good. Good. And now we basically just need to do these side panels back into the mode as they would as a motorbike. So we need to fold this out, fold up the toe bit, fold it out, fold up the little toe bit, and rotate it over the top, trying to get this tab, you see that? That tab into that slot. Now the dog's going mad because he's basically been outside the garden. I had to call him back in. Great. I'm going to have to put a complaint in about that. Things, my side gate's been it's been broken for a while, so I wasn't super bothered. But he's actually taken down the whole frame, so that's nice. Come on, you go in there. Go in. There we go. That's gone in. Is this one going to go in? There we go. And then, just to make sure, you fold out these two silver bits from the wheels to make some nice heels. And that is also a foot. That's not bad. At least it's got a proper heel rather than this one. This one hasn't got a heel. I imagine if you want, you can try and get this and leave it down as a heel, but it's on a hinge, so it doesn't work. So I don't know what you're supposed to do. Actually, are there two? There are two holes. Ah, hang on. Okay, we'll leave that as a heel. There's a hole there and a hole there. So if you go for the bottom hole, which I wasn't sure you could do, that works a lot better. We'll have that. Okay. Those are the two legs, and now we need to connect them to this. And how are we going to do that, children? Have you got any Combiner Wars figures? Any combiners? Yeah? Yeah? Oh, look! They've got the Combiner Wars springy things. You know what? I know it's complete rip-off, but I appreciate it. So we'll put that on there. and it goes on, and it's solid. And we'll get this one, and we'll make sure this is where we can get it. And this one's a bit fiddly because there's not a lot of room. And we'll try and get that on there. And it's on, and it's solid. And yeah, he's standing a lot better now. I've sorted out that heel. I am stupid. And he's also getting quite big. Yeah, okay, well, I'll pan up in a bit once I've sorted it. So now we need to do the body. And the body is light speed. Yeah. Okay, let's just tilt this up slightly. There we go. So what we need to do for light speed is kind of half transforming back towards the car, but not finish it. It's a weird one. So unfortunately, because of this panel not wanting to go where it's supposed to go, I'm probably going to end up popping it loose again. So bring it down and over. No, it goes over the top fine. You know what? Right, so we've got that. Make sure the arms are out of the way so we can bring the chest panel-y bit back up to fill out the back of the car. Bring that over, tab it in, fine. And then we need to... I think we need to flip out the head, to be honest, and it's in this big obvious panel in the back. Flip that out until it stops. Make sure it's good. Is it good? It's okay, it's good, it's good. I'm going to bring up these engines alongside the head and rotate the arms so they're straight up. Well, straight out the back of the figure, but straight up if we're looking at that as the top now. Okay. Okay, so we need to bring the legs out to the sides for now. And we're going to try and sort out this without popping everything loose. Because what we need to do is get... I'm going to have to pop it off, aren't I? We need these little angled panels up. We'll get the hinge back down where it's supposed to be. And this is how it will come default from the car, but for some reason whenever I try and put it up on the back the way I'm supposed to, it wants to pop off. I don't know why. So we'll get it like this, fold the engine back up, which is die cast, and we'll have that down, and then these will help to cover up the gaps. That's what those panels are for, these little angled panels. So what we need to do with these are get the toes back into the car mode. So we're going to fold it up the toe, turn it around, fold it so it's flat, or flatter, and slide it in. And then rotate so it would be at the front of the car mode. Okay? So I might as well rotate that bit now so I don't forget. Turn that over, put the toe away, flip it flat, slide it in. Okay, alright. And now what we need to do is get, see these notches here? Where are we? That notch there, camera, that notch needs to go onto the wing mirror here. So using all the power of double hinges and sliding and moving around, we need to try and line that up and shove it on. So that's on there. Good. Do the same on this, wriggle it round, and get it on there. Come on. Good, good. Then we can rotate these out to the sides. And now it's mainly just tidying up this stuff here. So we're gonna, if we can, open that up, fold the hand in, put that up as far as you can go, and fold it down. Well, I try and tilt, where are we? If this is the shoulders as they are, you try and tilt them up like that, without popping that panel loose, obviously. Tilt them up as far as you can go, like that. And that'll just give you a bit more room to maneuver these around. And they end up being sort of like shoulder cannons. So we're going to put that hand away, flip the panel back up a bit, and just try and rotate it so they sit over the shoulders like that. And that is the torso. I'm going to have to put a hint of silver on these guns built in here because you really can't see them very well. Come on. See those? Can't see them very well. So silver Sharpie job. So now we need to combine this with this. And I'm going to have to bring this up a bit. There we go. Okay. So if we bring this to the front, what you might be able to see are these two big pegs sticking out the top here. Those two pegs go into that hole and that hole. And this seems like something that should be difficult and seems even more difficult that you should get it out, but they actually go in really easily and they come off about as easily as well. So we slide that onto there and just drop that panel down to cover up the gap, make sure it's all folded in nicely. And that's the body. He's looking really good so far, isn't he? You know what? And for argument's sake, if you want to, you can just fold these engines up a little bit more. Just for a little bit more style bonus. I quite like them like that. And now we've got the last part, which is probably the easiest, if I'm honest with you. We got the scatter shot, so we'll take the gun off him, which I have yet to find a use for in the combined mode, except for a really obvious one, which doesn't look very good. So what we've got to do is fold down the red panel, flip his head inside, and then we need to split him in half. But there's one piece that grips them together. And it's not a very good piece. It's this here. So we need to fold that bit back so it untabs from there. And then we can just pull the whole thing in half. There we go. So we'll do this bit first. We'll make sure that's flat in there. Need to put the robot hand away. So slide it out with the panel open, fold it in, close that back up again. And then we straighten it out and rotate it up and push it in. That's most of it done. Now we need to get the toe piece here, rotate it all the way around, and this weirdy little thing, which I think is supposed to be a landing gear in the vehicle mode, which I never really looked at, to be honest with you. That's a thumb. You might be thinking, okay, well, where's the rest of it? Well, if you open up this panel, see that there? That is the hand with opening fingers. And I think you've got to fold that silver bit back as well. And that is an arm. It's not bad. Then you see this hole here with a slight groove either side. There's a groove here and a groove there. That will go onto these pieces. We'll do that once we've done the other side as well. So that can go there for now. So again, we're going to close that up, and this one's got the head, so it's slightly more noticeable, but whatever. We're going to put away this hand. Come on. Straighten the arm up, straighten it there, fold it round, push. Make sure this is more landing gear. I didn't really mention before, but I don't like landing gear, so it doesn't matter to me. Sorry. So we've got that bit done. Rotate this so the thumb's at the bottom. Rotate this silver bit inside so it's back where it would be for the vehicle mode. Open up the panel, flip out the hand. Might as well open the toes, fingers. Close that back up. And that's the other arm. That's it. That's all you got to do. And now we'll attach them. And it's too far away. Right. So we'll put that, and it just slides on. We'll get this, and it just slides on. And there we have the Wei Zhang Computron in robot mode. Just slide that back a little bit more for you. Is that or is that not beautiful? It's absolutely gorgeous. It's such a nicely made thing. And if the colours were more uniform, it would work better. But it's the Technobots and they were kind of a mishmash anyway, so it doesn't matter so much. But it's beautiful. Beautiful. It's gorgeous. This thing, I'll get into the accessories in a bit. Let's just have a look at this. So I'm going to bring the chair closer. Right, okay. So if we move the little skirting bit out of the way, or pop it off, either way. Come on, pop back on. There we go. So the leg will go that far forward, bend that far on this one anyway. It's got the thigh swivel at the top there, and there's also a swivel here. The toe will go up and down. It's also got, it has got a swivel. Oh no, it's got a, that kind of swivel. Sorry, can you see this? It's got that kind of swivel, which isn't great, but it's there. Okay. This one will bend the full 90 degree, and this toe will go from side to side. And it's got a heel now. Hooray! So let's stand him up because he's heavy. Again, there's die cast in this thing, so you know. Arms will go 360. You can fold the wings in if you like. Don't need those out. The arms are the hips, so as much articulation as the hips got, and the knee is what he's got in the robot mode, but they're not the strongest joints in the world, so carrying the weight of, I don't know, the sword kind of makes them flop a little bit sometimes. The fingers will open, the thumb will go up and down, and the hand itself will wriggle a little bit. It has got a swivel properly, but if you've got it all locked into place, there isn't really space for it. Bit of a shame, but the point is, it is there. The head does nothing. It wriggles like it should move, but it hasn't got the space. And that's about it. So, should we have a quick look at the back of it? So even that isn't bad. It's, you know, there's not much given away. Yeah, I mean, that's that guy's head, but you can't really see it. The other guy's head's just tucked in there, but you can't see it. This is the bike's head, but you can't see it. That's, if you can just see in there, that's Scattershot's head, but yeah, whatever. And no, it's really well done. It's genuinely a very, very nice thing. And I suppose I should get onto the accessories. So first thing first, we'll do this. Now, I like to use this hole in the back here, which doesn't seem to have any purpose whatsoever, and I like to just sort of put that in there and then close the slider up so it sort of pinches on and just store it there. That's me, just get it out of the way. The only other thing you can do is if you, come on, get it loose again. The only problem with this, it's not really supposed to go on there. The only other thing you can do is close it back towards the vehicle mode, fold the hand away. I don't know if you can leave that there or whatever. And using the same slots as it would for the vehicle mode, just tab it in and give him a gun arm. That's one of the few things you can actually do with it. It doesn't look great, but, you know, whatever. He hasn't got a gun if you don't, so, yeah, fine, I guess. But the main attraction of weapons and accessories is this thing. And you might be thinking, can he hold it? Yes, he can. Not always the best, because again, these joints especially are weaker than those. I have tried to floor polish them all. It doesn't seem to want to play the game, but it's fine. So what we've got is there's this little slot here in the handle. See that? And just inside the fingers, you may or may not be able to see, there's a little tab. Oh yeah. It's almost as if it was designed to do this. So you need to line it all up and tab it in, and then close the hand up a little bit as much as you can with the thumb in the way. And big sword equipped. As you can see, standing completely unsupported, just holding it himself. Now again, some poses, the joints may or may not be up to it. That could be a quality issue. Yours might be better than mine. Maybe I should just do it left-handed. Maybe the left-handed one seems stronger. I don't know. But it's there. And, you know, there's nothing holding it. It's just him. And it's magnificent. It's so stupid, it's great. So I suppose we should do size comparisons, because this is 25 minutes. Let's just get it done. So there's Age of Extinction Bumblebee. That's Tailgate. That's one of my Dragonstone repaint guys. What else have I got? What else have I got? Bear with me. Let me just have a quick look around. What have I got? Oh yeah, no, that'll do. That's a G1 Metroplex. This thing's huge. Okay? It is monstrous. I think it was about £60 for the whole set. And that sounds like a lot, but I wanted to be one of the first people to get it. And then apparently the first one got lost and they had to send me another one. I'm still holding out hope that they're going to send me a second one and I can do it as a giveaway. But it doesn't seem like it so far. But it's ridiculous. It's an absolute monstrous thing, and I do genuinely love it. I don't like transforming it so much, because it does get awkward, it does get fiddly, which is why the last video was an hour. But having it as a spectacle, like this thing standing next to Predaking is just, whoa. I mean, Predaking's still miles taller than him. Predaking's got, what? Hang on. Predaking's probably about here on him. Yeah, so top of the screen. But they do still look brutal next to each other, just fantastic. So yeah, if you can find this guy, he's on eBay, he's around, I think each part's probably down to about £10 each now, maybe less. And at least the one I got, depending on how many, like for each thing you buy, you get like an extra percentage off. So I saved like a couple of quid buying the whole thing together. I'm pretty sure it's on Certoys as well, so if they've still got it in stock anyway, help yourselves. But no, it is a magnificent thing. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's stupid, it's funny, it's crazy, and I do kind of love it. I just really didn't like the video yesterday because that, I don't know, I struggled with the video yesterday. I don't know why. Let me get rid of this. I think the video yesterday, I was just, I think I was kind of burnt out because I rushed so many videos, just nah. But again, I'm not going to do any thanks here. You know, this is part 2 of video 400. I'm not going to do any thanks here because I did them all at the end of part 1, and you guys should stick around to the end of that, even if you skip to like the last 10 minutes or so and try and catch it. If I haven't named any of you, feel free to shout at me because my brain was gone at that point. Oh well, I'm going to call it a day. So I should be ugly, I should be wretched, and I shall see all of you once I combine with some of my fellow YouTubers. Dibs not being a lag. Bye!